This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ray Robinson. Ray, obviously, people know you from those big fights you've had over the years with Ugas and Josh Kelly back at MSG.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's life treating you, Ray?
Good, man. Can't complain. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So obviously, I've seen on your social media you're now sort of involved in the Team Combat League.
Yep.
You've got a fight coming up late August, I believe 31st. Sorry,
It
September.
just it just passed. That's where I
Just
was coming
happened.
from. Yep, it
Right,
just
right, right.
passed.
Tell us
Yeah.
how it went.
It went good, man. It was good fights. I moved up in weight. I actually fought light heavyweight. Unfortunately we lost by 1 point. We fought New York, but it was a good fight. Good fights.
So tell a bit about what the Team Combat League is and how you got involved in it.
Actually one of my coach Bob asked me to do it. And to be honest, I wasn't about it because in my head, if I wanted to join a team, I would have played basketball or football and things like that. Boxing is like, you got your team, but it's only you going in there. But man, honestly, it's really a cool concept of how it is. It's like the amateurs on steroids. You know what I mean? It's super cool, man. Like when you was on the USA boxing team, you got a team and stuff like that. But this is like the pros, so it's totally different. You wind up getting super close to your teammates, super close to the coaches, and your friends. They wind up being family.
Mm. So obviously you represent Philadelphia, which
Yeah.
that must mean a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's super cool to represent somewhere you was raised, and somewhere that that you enjoy, being a part of.
Yeah.
And it's super cool because you get to watch so many different styles of boxing in one night. You might get a slick fighter, and then next you might get a banger, and next you might get a boxer or a counter puncher. So it's really good for the fans because they get so much, in an hour.
Yeah. Just before we continue, can you just move the camera slightly up just so we can see? Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. There, that's better.
gotcha.
So yeah, just obviously you've done this for what, a year or so.
This
Is
is my second year.
second year. So
Yeah.
is this like where you want to sort of continue? Do you want to go back to sort of what you were doing before and fight some of the biggest names?
I mean, I love to get. I mean, if I get a phone call, man, I love to fight one of the big names. To be honest, I felt like I never got my shot after I fought Kavalauskas, after I fought Josh Kelly. And then COVID happened. But to be honest, after that, I really never got another shot. That I feel like I deserved.
Mm.
Me getting a draw to Kavalauskas, and I think a lot of people thought I won that. Me getting and I fought on this promotion card, and then me getting a draw to Josh Kelly. And I obviously fought on his promotion card, Eddie Hearn. Um, I to be honest, I was waiting for another phone call to have a big fight. But I guess I continue to do the combat league until I get that phone call. So yeah, if I ever get a shot at it, 100%, I go after it.
You must be looking at I know you've been in camp with Boots before. He's had I think it's his third homecoming fight
Yeah,
in
yeah.
October. You must be looking at that and thinking, get me on one of these cards.
Yeah, Boost was a teammate of mine, man. He's awesome. He is, a really good dude, an awesome fighter. But yeah, I mean, if the opportunity come, I'm sure I'll take it. But I'm just waiting. That's it. Yeah.
When, I don't know how familiar you were when, it was all being talked about potentially Boots fighting Josh Kelly. What if you did hear about that potentially happening? What were you thinking? Because obviously you know both guys.
Oh, honestly, I think Boost would stop Josh Kelly. Man, Boost is just different. To be
Mm.
honest, Boost is it's a whole different fighter. You know what I mean? Than Josh Kelly. He's faster, smarter. He can switch. He can fight inside, outside, and his reflexes is insane. So yeah, 100% I would pick Boots 7 days a week.
Mm. What do you think of Kelly as a fighter, having fought him? Because there's talk he's potentially going to fight the IBF champion Bakram Murtazaliev. Do you rate Kelly? Do you think he would beat Bakram?
Uh, I mean, Kelly's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I don't take nothing from him. I feel like I won that fight though. It's just one of them things that Kelly's an awesome fighter. It's just that it's levels to certain. It's levels to shit.
Hmm. On Boots, obviously he's got this fight with Lima coming up October 11th, which most people expect him to win. Do you know much about Lima? What do you think?
I don't, but um, Boots is. I know he's young, but that guy he trains so hard. I don't care if he's in there with someone that's 100-0 or 0-100. Like Boots train extremely hard for each fight that he has. So that's so hard to teach a fighter, that's like Boots and so young and things like that. So I mean, I don't know much about, the guys, but Boots, listen, man, Boots gonna train extremely hard and do what he do best and put it on for the city.
Yeah. And then there's obviously talk about him fighting Virgil in Virgil Ortiz in January or February.
Uh-huh.
Uh, you like that
I,
fight?
yeah, listen, I'm gonna be honest, and it's not because I'm from Philly, but I pick Boots over all these guys, man. Boots is just like I said, man. Boots is just cut from a different cloth. I just think Boots got it all. He's a total package, fighter. His how smart he is in there, his skill level. The way he see things and stuff like that. And Boots is the type of fighter. If he gets you hurt, he gonna get you out of there. So. He got the killer instinct, so yeah, definitely. I'm a ride with Boots all day long.
Mhm. And just on his dad and trainer, Bozy Ennis, obviously he trained you.
Yeah,
Do you think he's a bit underrated as a coach? I mean, look at
I
his
do, man.
wins and
I
shit.
mean, yeah, 100%, man. You got to think about it, man. He raised champions. You got Boots, you got Boots brothers. They all won belts. Bozy is a insane trainer, man. They all so smart and they all fight so many different ways. So yeah, man, I think Bozy. I mean, all them guys deserve more credit than what they get. You know what I mean? But you got someone behind a computer talking shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. But obviously they doing something right when people do that. So
Another guy you know well is Terence Crawford, fighting Canelo next week. First of all, tell us about your history with Crawford.
yeah, obviously everybody know I wanted to beat Crawford in U.S. championships. Pretty sure I'm the last person to beat him, but yeah, he's a hell of a fighter, and that's about it.
What do you remember from that fight, fighting him?
No, it's just me beating him. Just at the end of the day, you know what I mean. I feel like I outworked him. He might say otherwise, but the scores don't lie. I want him. I won. It's as simple as that.
Did you think the fight would have happened in the pros?
I thought it was going to happen. To be honest, when I fought Kavaliauskas, he was the number one guy, and the winner was going to fight Crawford. Um, and then
It was the draw, right?
that it was a draw, and then I wanted a rematch, right? Because if the winner's gonna fight the champ, then we got to do it again because no one won supposedly. And they took me out. They took the middleman out, basically saying like, why would we, risk anything? And then they gave Kavaliauskas to fight Crawford. So
Mm.
it's boxing and politics.
Yeah. I mean, next week, obviously stepping up to fight Canelo Alvarez. Do you think he pulls this one off?
I mean, it's kind of hard to go against Crawford because how good he is and how he figure out ways how to win. You know what I mean? So you can't take nothing from him. And you can't blame him trying to be great. I understand that, but it's gonna be a good fight.
Are you leaning towards him? Do you feel like you're not sure at this stage?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I look at it as if it go to distance, I think Crawford will win. But if Canelo touch him, it might be a little different. But honestly, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and I think it's more of the fans win win. You know what I mean? It's two great fighters fighting each other at their best. So it's definitely going to be, an amazing fight. And I think the fans want more than anything.
A lot of people have been talking about Boots sparring with Canelo, and a lot of people now saying that they're picking Canelo to win based off that. Have you
Yeah.
spoke to Boots or anyone about how that's been going?
No, I have not spoke to Boots, but I did see about that. Listen, man, iron sharpen iron. You know what I mean? I think that you know Boots not only helping Canelo, I think Canelo helping Boots out too. I think that it go hand in hand. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's good sparring, and I'm sure that Boots getting something out of it just as much as Canelo. So
It's quite strange because people are questioning why Boots would go and spar Canelo, but I mean he's one of the all-time greats.
yeah.
It's only going to help
I
Boots,
mean,
right?
listen, man, work is work. You know what I mean, if you got an opportunity to spar someone, sharp, another champion, why not? So I don't see the big deal out of it. You know what I mean?
Have you ever sparred Canelo?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Uh,
Yeah.
good to speak to you. Tell everyone where they can follow you and follow your journey.
The new Ray Robinson on Instagram. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support.
Well, what else you doing outside of fighting? I see you're training people, it looks like.
Yeah, yep. I'm at Newtown. I'm at the NAC with Eddie Alvarez, one of my best friends. So he got a gym down there, and we training people. So yeah, come on down. You want to get some training or jumping into a class or personal. So yeah, it's awesome. Underground King.
Brilliant. All right, Ray, thanks for your time and I'll speak to you soon. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.